Salute, young gods and goddesses. Back up in here with another one concerning the prop farm challenge. But as you can see, we're gonna be introducing these different platforms. Check out the t-shirt. T-shirts will be coming soon, so you guys can support. I hope you guys can see me. Hope you guys can see International Youth Initiative. Um, Please like, subscribe, comment. I'm trying to build a community here. Because I solely believe in collective wealth and collective power. You know, you have a lot of people jaw jabbing, are they just jabbering their jaws, and and not really with a movement. They got an organization, but it's not a movement. These people don't fear organizations. They don't fear marching. They fear movements. But once again, I digress. But and I do that a lot because shit pop in my head. But like I say, I firmly believe in collective wealth and collective power. That's why we're not as a people, as a culture, we're not respected because you know all we do saying march, and that shit is dead, and our babies are out here dying, police brutality, all the above, because we don't have the money to to basically lobby, bribe, but lobby. Let's use the word lobby. We need to learn how to get collective wealth so we can lobby these politicians or put our own politicians in places. And we can do that, and um, we can do that by coming together, learning different trades. And when I say trades, I mean these platforms, investing, and pool our money together. But with that being said, International Youth Initiative, please go register at my website. I do take constructive criticism and I do need help, but I'm not paying. That's why it's called free game TV, right? I'm not paying for something I can learn or whatever. But if you have thoughts or idea how I can better the website, please, by all means, send me a email or comment below like, hey, I seen your website. Just do this, and that. I can help you. Okay, great. We can start connecting and start building. But with that being said, let's go to these platforms because I'm kind of seeing some. Well, I'm not finna do that while I'm on here. But now let's get to this here platform, right here, and like I say, like, subscribe, comment. Help me get into them algorithms. Help me get out here so we can get these buildings and get it going. Okay, right here, I'm on Thinkorswim right now. I'm on Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim. I love Thinkorswim because it was really my first platform that I learned on. It was Thinkorswim and Power E Trade. Um, but Thinkorswim is good for like penny stocks, lower cap stocks, and them are good stocks to start out with. But like I say, with my prop farm, I'm doing currencies. But with this here, I'm just trying to say that um, you because the prop firm with the prop firm challenge you can do stocks or futures or whatever. I'm just choosing currencies because it fit mine, because like I said before in my last video, I'm a truck driver, so the currency fits my it fits my schedule. So but I want to introduce you guys to all these platforms because you can choose which one you feel comfortable with and which one is best for you. But I like Thinkorswim because they do penny stocks, because some platforms own or some brokers. And when I say brokers, I be saying when I say platform, I be really meaning broker as well. You know, but some brokers really only limit, unless they done change, the like E-Trade really don't do penny stocks, I don't think, and if they do, it's more lower cap. Like thinkorswim will do a stock that's 0.00001. You get what I'm saying? So, but people look at this shit and like it's rocket science. Really, it's not. Like, let's do a study, and then I'm gonna move on. Cause like I say, these here, I'm just doing this here. I'm just doing this here just for, like I say, a quick introduction. Okay, I'm gonna add a MACD in here, cause like I like this is a MACD, and I like MACD, the RSI, MACD, RSI, and I do the EMAs, and that's kind of what I trade off of, and I may do a little volume, but that's what I trade off of. But this is thinkorswim, so let's just move on, right? Let's move on. Okay, I'm gonna remove that one, and I'm gonna go here. Now this is, and it ain't up here yet, but I'm adding it now. This right here, and like I say, all these are demo accounts. So, in with the demo accounts, you can learn how to trade for free. Like you don't. This is like virtual trading. This is virtual trading. So people think, oh, I need a lot of money to start. No, the only thing you need to start is the willingness to learn and the motivation to move. That's all it takes. So, with that being said, right? Uh, no, this is still my thinkorswim. Let me remove this. I thought I had. I apologize. I thought I had went to interactive broker. Um, that would go. Here we go. Now, this right here, see, like I say, the RSI, relative strength index, and all this here, I do the 1% R too. I forgot about that one. But like I say, these are introductions. So, like I said, I know it seemed like I'm speaking to some people, not all, but I know it may seem like I'm speaking Spanish or foreign language. But in order to learn something, if you even just think about, if you think of, and I had to tell my daughter this at one point. God damn. Uh, Now I'm looking at OANDA, and I'm finna bring that in. Um, like I had to tell my daughter, this was years ago. She had started this job as a at a car dealership, and she was like in the parts part service. She had went to the service part, and she would get paid on sales or whatever she did. But she didn't. She wasn't my daughter. She my youngest daughter. She'll hustle, right. And I don't want to use the word scared, but she was nervous. She was a little nervous because she didn't know anything about cars as far as parts and as far as labor costs and all this and that. And like I had to explain to her, you once you learn the language of what you're getting into, then it's all downhill because you know how to communicate. Your brain know how to communicate with your thoughts to move forward. Like when I first started, let me point something out, right? I'm making this here larger. These are candlesticks. That's a wick. That's a body. And this really determines, oh my, this really determines like price action, the way it's moving, right? And so these are candlesticks, and I'll get into that later, because like I say, and I'm gonna go to the prop firms as well, but not in this video. I just want to introduce these, and what I like about, And my point on the candlesticks is that I didn't know what a candlestick was. But guess what I did? I went and did some research. I went and did some and all of it was for free because you got these people, and even better now. And I wish I would have had AI when I first started, because it would have made the learning process quicker. Because you can go to Chat GPT and DeepSeek, which I will get more in tune with and more detailed too as these videos go along. But this is just my second video on this level as far as a prop firm, because you guys need to know what a candlestick is. You guys need to understand kind of what volume is. You may choose to use the RSI. You may choose to use the 1% R. You may choose to use the MACD. Let me see. You know, you may choose to use the EMAs, exponential moving average. And like I said, I know that sound far off or strange, but it's nothing to learn. Okay, and we need to teach our kids this in order to bring them forward, and start teaching them how to get collective wealth. But we got to get a building, and we got to get a stable base point in order to start moving. So, because right now we're all scattered and everybody doing their own thing, as far as these different organizations, as far as the Hebrew Israelites, as far as the Moors, as far as uh, 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 I'd like to explain them, the hoteps, or how way you want to, or even the spirituals. We need to come together. Like, it's sort of like, and I know I'm digressing, but it's sort of like the UN, the United Nations. When you go to the UN, you see flags from all countries. You see flags from Israel. You see flags from Nigeria, Nairobi. You see flags from India, or all. It's like 150 plus countries involved in the UN. So, but when they go into the UN building, all that is put to the side. All religions, all that is put to the side for one mission, which I think they're failing at. But hey, who am I, right? But all I'm saying is we need something, as far as black people need something like the UN. Yeah, let's fly the Moors. Let's fly their flag. Hebrew Israelite, let's fly y'all flag. Okay, whoever else, whatever else, organization or whatever, let put the flags up. Okay, but when we come inside the building, it's about the babies. But anyway, this is and the reason I like interactive brokers is because in interactive brokers, they allow you to trade, and I'm pretty sure it's in, yeah, they allow you to trade um other countries, other country stocks. Let's just put it like that. Like, I want to, and once I get everything together with this prop firm, I want to trade the Hang Seng market. The Hang Seng market, that's the Chinese market. But this allows you to trade in different currencies with the Hang Seng market and all that. That's what IBK is good for, and that's interactive brokers. But like I say, we're gonna move on. Like I say, this is just an introduction to these different platforms, and like I say, I'm gonna focus more in my upcoming videos. I'm gonna be focused more on the currency market. I'm gonna show you that platform after I finish with these here with the stocks. Cause like I say, with the prop firms, you can. And if you missed my last video, go check it out. It's video one. But a prop firm is you basically just working for someone trading their stocks or trading their currencies. But you get 90% of your profit. 90%. That's huge. Now just think, if we can get 100 of these youth, or 200 of these youth, 100 of us, and we trade and say we can make 2,000, in one day, each person, that, and you keep 1,000, put 1,000 towards the movement, that'll be $200,000 in one day. We got to work to get there, but it's possible, real possible. Like, like people say 200,000 in one day, huh? For people that trade and people that invest will understand what I'm saying. But like I said, I digressed again. So, but interactive broker, I like interactive brokers because I can trade the foreign market. You can trade the foreign market, and that's what we got to start doing. We got to start looking toward, because shit is happening fast. What's going down right now? It's happening fast. So, and I'm talking about the collapse of the dollar. For those that know, right? But I love this here because of the of you can trade the foreign market. Okay, let's move on. Right, let's move on. I'm gonna take this on off. I'm gonna remove that. All right. So that's I'm finna go on the E Trade. Now, E Trade, and this right here, this I'm not really worried about. Like I say, nothing on here as far as people looking at or whatever. But E Trade, now, E Trade is a will be considered an option house. You know, where, like, I remember when I was talking about when I showed interactive brokers and thinkorswim. They, each platform is good for specific trades, and all depends on what you're into. If you into options, thinkorswim offers options. I'm not really sure about interactive brokers because I never tried trading options with interactive brokers. Like I say, interactive brokers, I just I just want to use them for foreign trade, and specifically the Hong Kong market, the Chinese market. But and like I said, thinkorswim there, if you're in the lower cap penny stocks, and like I say, all, like, thinkorswim, it trade everything. So don't think I'm just, these are just these are just things that I trade. Like, I trade options. Options is good. If you got to learn what options are, right? But E Trade is more of an option house and a good for options. Okay, and like I said, you gotta, and these here, like, people throw this stuff out here in y'all face, and I mean, like, Bloomberg TV, Fox Business, and whoever else, right? And you see people on here trying to, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to build a movement. Except for my t-shirts, get my t-shirts and hoodies, and that's to build the organization. And I hate and I'm gonna say organization slash movement, right? Hoodies, I got candles gonna be coming soon, hoodies, t-shirts, and I may have a couple of more things. And like I say, it's just to build the organization, build the movement. iYouthI.com, link below. Go there, register. I'm not really looking for donations right now because I want to try to build first, and then, okay, let's see who's serious. Then I can really introduce the plan, because the plan is so simple. It's so simple, but people, I thought about something, right? I would rather have a great thinker by my side than a great performer. These people are here to entertain. You got some people that, like, take a 50 Cent, a Jay-Z, and people for real, and people like that. Yeah, they was entertainers, but then they moved on to be thinkers. great thinkers, and which I'm not saying they weren't thinkers at the beginning, because evidently they was, because they was moving right. But we gotta start investing in platforms that that promote thinkers, that promote uh, um, businesses. Well, not even businesses, but promote something that's gonna move us forward. In International Youth Initiative, that's what it is. But anyway, Power E Trade, and this really isn't. They got a better platform. It's sort of like you kind of gotta pay, for it or whatever. But it's a terrific platform, and I did have it at one time. But I like I said, I haven't really traded in a minute, because I've been building other things. But Power E Trade is a real good platform, like for options, if you're into options. And I'm not sure, they probably do if they got a platform for trading options, but I'm pretty sure they probably do. All you gotta do is Google it, DeepSeek, whatever, right? But let's move on. This is E Trade, Power E Trade. You know, E-Trade is terrific. And all these here platforms, I can say, all these platforms, they offer great customer service. I don't give a fuck if you got a penny to zero in your account. You get them a call and say, hey, I don't understand this. Hey, what is this? Hey, my account is this here. And I done interacted with all of them. I done interacted with thinkorswim. I done interacted with interactive brokers. I done interacted with E-Trade, and I done interacted with OANDA. So with that being said, this is E-Trade, Power E-Trade. E-Trade, like I say, it's an options house. So remember, options, foreign market, and lower cap. That's what you may be into higher price or higher cost stocks. And if you are, that's what options are for. If you Because the average person can't afford 100 shares of Tesla, but you can go to options. You can go to uh, um, somewhere like E-Trade and see how much, or either thinkorswim and see how much the option is for Tesla. Cause what Tesla's like 300 something now. Last I looked, it was like 332 and drop it because of other things. But with that being said, you can come here and get it at a cheaper cost. Same movement, is just you're not paying $300 per share. Because options, you got to buy contracts, and usually contracts come in 100. Like, you got to buy 100 contracts, but like I said, it's more affordable than trying to buy 300 shares individually of Tesla. But with that being said, let's move on. Power E-Trade. So with that being said, let's stop that. Let's do this. Okay, now let's do this here. Now this is what I'm right here. See this right here. Let me move it over here because my head will be over here. Try to move it to, there we go. Now, right here, this is what I'm fin. This is because this is the chart that you will probably see me. I know probably this, and then I'm gonna pull up Trading View as well. Let me do that before I start here, so it'll be ready to go. Like I say, you gotta follow me a little bit. Um, Alrighty, hold on 1 second, because I want to show you guys some. because I should have added this. I should have had, and this is my. I apologize. This is my. I should have had this ready to go. Uh, but, but OANDA right here once again demo. Okay, OANDA. This is a Forex market platform. This is for currency trading. This is right here is for currency trading. And I'm just trying to bring something else up before. Like I said, I should have had this here prepared before. Oh, my God, my fault. That's what I'm doing. That would go. Mm. Just bear with me right quick, good people. Okay, I got it up. So after this, I'm gonna show you guys something else, right? Okay, now, oh, and this is a Forex, and this is what I'm gonna be trading on, right? This is this is what I'm gonna be trading on the Forex currency market, right? Uh, and this is for currency pairs. This is the platform that I'll be using. Like you got Euro US, Pound US, and this is gonna be my platform challenge. This is what I'll be trading right here, currency pairs. So, and this once I get done with this here, then I'm gonna move on to a stock one. Then I should be where I need to be at. But like I say, this is OANDA, the Forex market. This is what you will really be seeing me. See this here right here? I'm in the red 7,000, right? That mean I lost 7,000. This profit loss, this is like a year to date, and this is, no excuse. I'm not gonna even throw an excuse out there. Um, but we're here, demo free. All this stuff is free. All this stuff is free. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave up out because we're gonna get more in tune with OANDA and in the demo accounts in the prop firm because this is what I'll be trading. I'll be trading uh, the currency market. That's the challenge I'll be taking. So with that being said, let's close out of that. Uh, remove. Let me stop. Okay. Right here. Now, and this is the last one right here. Right here, and this is now this is Trading View. Now, Trading View, and I will really be using Trading View a lot because let me show you guys. My Oh my God, it was hooked up. But anyway, I probably there you go. My OANDA account is hooked up to my Trading View account, and yeah, with my OANDA account, and I'm gonna get more in tune with OANDA and Trading View and all that because this is really what you will be seeing me use to practice for my challenge. I will really be using Trading View to to like I say, to train for my challenge and to prepare and practice for my challenge. And I'm not even finna, because this video is already longer than what I expected. But with that being said, with that being said, I will definitely get more in tune with. Well, I'm doing the challenge. I'm not gonna have a choice, right? But it's free. Okay, so with that being said, iYOUTHI is below. iYOUTHI, my Facebook like page. Please like, subscribe, comment, register at iYouthI.com. All the links will be below. And with that being said, salute young gods and goddesses. You know, let's do this here. Let's make this movement. Let's make this movement possible. Let's help our babies get off these streets and stop killing each other. You know, they need money, man. Ain't nobody put it like this here. When I was out there in these streets, yeah, I listened to Farrakhan. I listened to Khalid Muhammad. I listened to a lot of these cats, right? Heavens bless Khalid's soul. You know, but if you're not trying to show me how to put some money in my pocket and feed my family, what are we talking about? So, with that being said, let's learn these different things and put our money together, get a collective and get collective wealth, collective power. That way, if somebody shoot one of these shorties, we can go 5, 10,000 strong to these young towns because we'll have the money. Shit, we'll get the money together and throw a block party on they fucking block legally, and we'll pay somebody like the Black Panthers or Huey P. Newton Gun Club or whatever to pay them for our security. Now everybody's still eating. It's a movement. These people, they 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 not playing. So either way it go. With that being said, iYouthI.com. Go register, like, subscribe, comment. Salute once again, young gods and goddesses. Let's do this shit.